Every breed of dog can be aggressive. It's time to stop blaming the wrong end of the leash. So, I own a pit bull, and she is the sweetest dog I have ever had. Not once have I had an issue with her. There's been a constant debate on whether or not pit bulls are dangerous and need to be banned. This has been going on for years, and it's up to us to show the world that it's not the dog's fault for having the reputation that it does, it's the owner. So, pit bulls have quite a few stereotypes, such as attacking and biting people. That goes along with lockjaw and being aggressive. They're also known as being fight dogs or guard dogs. Um, as far as the lockjaw goes, it's rumored that when a pit bull bites down on someone or something, that they can't open their mouth to let go. But their jaw works just like any other dog's jaw. It's just the size and the strength of the dog and its breed that determines how hard they bite. As far as them being aggressive, the American Temperament Test Society said that a pit bull had a passing rate of 86.7%. That's a lot lower than the beagle or the border collie or the chihuahua. Pit bulls, like any other dog, they will bite, but that's how they were trained. This falls to the owner, again, for poor training and care of the dog. This doesn't make the dog dangerous. The Veterinary Medical Association said that it's not the pit bull's inherent characteristics to bite humans. It's not in their nature to want to hurt a human being. It's how they're raised and trained. Again, they're most commonly known for being fight dogs or guard dogs. This definitely put a lot of people off to the breed, but people don't think of it from the point of view of the animal. It was abuse for the animal. They were being forced to fight each other, and if they were hurt or wounded to the point that they couldn't heal, whoever owned them just left them there to die. So it was abuse on the animal's part too. And believe it or not, these dogs were once called the nanny dog. They kept children safe. They were once a loved and popular household pet. But because of the dog fights and them using them as guard dogs, the pit bull got an unfortunate reputation. So there have been bans put on pit bulls in various states and cities. In the 80s, pit bulls became illegal. They were banned from all 50 states. In a city in New Mexico, one of the toughest bans of all time was passed there. Animal control was told that they could seize and destroy the dog on sight without telling the owners. If there was a pit bull that they saw and they deemed it aggressive, or whether or not it was aggressive, they were allowed to take the dog down, and the owner had no say. Take it to the present day. Instead of all 50 states having pit bulls banned, only 12 states have them banned, and that is a lot of progress. In August of this year, Yakima, Washington actually lifted a 31-year-old ban on pit bulls, and on September 23rd of this year, they were able to take them back into the city. And again, in Castle Rock this year in May, they lifted their 26-year-old ban on pit bulls. But back before the ban was lifted here in Castle Rock, 60 pit bulls were reported to just be banished from this town for biting and aggression because of their breed. They didn't have to be aggressive, they just banned the breed. Back to my pit bull Ariel. Ariel's her name. She was one of my very first dogs that I've ever had. She is now 6 years old. And over the years we've had ups and downs. Sure, no dog is perfect. Training was always fun because she liked to rip things up. But she's the most calm and loving dog that I've ever had the pleasure of owning. One of my favorite memories I have with her is when we would howl "I love you" to each other. And that is the most priceless thing. She just has the purest heart. She waits for me to come home and greets me with a happy prance and a bark. And I have 2 Chihuahua Poodle mix. They're 4 and 7 months right now, and she's great with them. We haven't had an issue of her getting into fights with them or acting aggressive towards them. If anything, my little ones are trying to rip her up and play with her, and her temperament is just amazing. I honestly think she's a little dog because that's all she... I think that she thinks she's a little dog because that's all she's ever known. Um, Pit bulls are just like every other dog. You can't let their appearance scare you. They're one of the best dogs a person can own. You can't really understand or fully appreciate what I'm talking about unless you own one or know someone who owns a pit bull. Their loyalty and love is unmatched. When one of my family members are sick, doesn't matter who it is, she will lay down right next to them and she will not move because she's concerned for their health. She wants to know that they're okay and she wants to be there to protect them because she knows that they're vulnerable. She treats us like her puppies. Yeah, she could be protective, but everyone who has ever met her will tell you that she's the sweetest soul and has the best spirit. I mean, I think her worst enemy is a squirrel that's in our backyard, and that's about it. So to wrap up this speech, I just want to remind you all that even though pit bulls have a bad reputation, they really are great pets and they don't deserve to be banished or exiled from their homes because of their breed. If you or someone you know has a negative opinion about pit bulls, I challenge you to just take a step back and take a look at the topic and the breed as a whole. I'm sure that with the proper evidence, you'll learn to love them as much as I do. Thank you.